Hey guys, welcome once again to our video tutorials for Microsoft Excel. This tutorial is all about Goto Special. Again, concept quite simple. If you ever need to select certain types of information or data on your spreadsheet so that you can action that data or those cells, Goto Special is a great option. So we'll start off by showing you how this works, just to give you some basic examples. So on this particular sheet, let's say I wanted to be able to select all cells that contained text. So as a starting point, if we were to navigate onto the Home tab, and over on the right hand side there's a Find and Select button, and under that you'll see Goto Special. Now within here you'll notice the option of constants, and if we basically, just as a starting point, left it at constants and then went OK, that basically would select any cell that contains a manually entered value. So if we were to refine that a little bit, going Find and Select again, and then going to Goto Special yet again, if we were to choose constants, but this time only enabling the text checkbox, then clicking OK, notice how that only selects cells that contain text constants. Right, so some other examples here. Again, now we could go Find and Select on the Home tab, but we could also simply just press F5 and then click Special. Now here, if we were to choose Formulas and then click OK, that would select all cells that contain formulas. Refining that even further, F5, Special, let's say Formulas, and we basically left the Errors checkbox as the only one currently checked, and then went OK. Notice that would only select cells that contain errors, or formulas that produce errors. Now, incidentally, just by pressing Enter, notice how you can cycle through all those cells that contain the errors, and so on and so forth. And of course, Shift Enter would cycle you backwards through those cells. Right, so clicking once again, F5 Special. If we were going to choose the option of, in this case, let's say comments, then click OK, notice how that selects all cells that actually contain a comment. Right, so from here you could right mouse click delete comment. So as an example, if we were to go right click and here choose delete comment, with all those cells selected, it deleted the comments from those selected cells. Right, so next example, let's go Find and Select Goto Special. Now in this case, if we were to choose the option of, let's say, conditional formats and click OK, you'll notice that would select all cells that contain conditional formatting. Again, navigating and going Find and Select Goto Special. If we were going to choose data validation, we could click OK, and that would select any cells that contain some form of data validation. Right, so with that in mind, let's have a look at what we've got here. This particular spreadsheet, you'll notice, has some grouped rows on the left hand side over here. Now, what we might want to do is we might want to take this particular resulting data set, whatever that might be, and we might be wanting to copy and paste that to another location. So bearing in mind the grouping, if we were to select this range, let's say A3 to H99, the problem we're going to have here is if we do a standard copy, and here I've just pressed Control C, and then navigate over to another sheet and then look to simply paste. The potential problem is not only does it copy and paste the stuff you can see, but it also pastes the stuff from the collapsed rows. So here's an alternative. So if we were to navigate back here to Summary, and what we're going to do in this instance is we'll pre-select the area, and once again, F5 Special, you'll notice over here the option of Visible Cells Only. Clicking OK to that, if we were to now copy that data, and then jump over to another sheet and then look to paste that data, notice how what it did is it basically only copied the selected visible cells. So looking at some other examples, again, if we were to go F5 Special, and let's say we were to choose the option of blanks, clicking OK, notice how that selects all the blank cells within a given area. Now, just as a matter of interest in the immediate area, if we were to pre-select an area once again and press F5 Special and choosing blanks, hitting OK, notice that would only select the blanks within that. Now where this might be potentially useful is if you've got a list such as this and you've got a whole bunch of blank rows that you want to be able to remove to make this one consolidated list. Very simple again, Find and Select, Goto Special, choosing blanks in this example, and in our case we get lucky here in that it selects the blank rows to delete. In some instances you may need to pre-select a given column, then F5 special, and then again choosing blanks. Now either way this is going to work in our example. Now with those blank cells given and selected, we're simply going to go Control minus, and here we have the ability to delete the entire row and then hit OK. And notice how that simply removes the blanks. In another example where selecting blanks is useful, let's say here in column E, the quantity column, we've got a bunch of blank cells that need to be substituted with some other value, perhaps a 0 or an X or whatever you'd like to enter. So one option here is very simply, if you were to pre-select just the cells in the quantity column, because there might be other blanks elsewhere on the sheet. If we were again going F5 special, and here again choosing blanks, clicking OK, you'll notice how it only selects the blank cells. So let's say we wanted to substitute these values with a 0, so typing a 0, but now pressing Control Enter, notice how those selected blank cells have been easily swapped out for another value. Now what we have here in column D is we have an instance where there's some numbers, but also some text. Now you'll notice that the numbers of 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, and so on. These are actually numbers, but they've accidentally been entered as text. So what we could actually do here is we're going to first of all take the value in column K. We'll actually just put a number 1, and we're going to copy that value. Now if we were going to select the cells in column K, and again pressing F5 special, what we could do here is we could choose the option of constants, but leaving text selected. Clicking OK, notice how those text numeric constants text have been selected. Now on the drop arrow for paste special, if we were now to choose the action of multiply, remembering how we copied the value in K1 and clicking OK, you'll notice how we've now basically converted those text values in column D into numbers. Now one other one that is occasionally useful from time to time, we've got a checked in and a checked out column here, A and B respectively. And if we want to be able to identify where the check-in date is different from the check-out date, very simple. With those two columns selected, F5 special, and then if over here we were to choose the option of row differences and then click OK, you'll notice how basically here in column B, any cells that's different from the first cell in column A, those cells get selected. Right, so guys, hopefully you found a little bit of use out of Goto Special. There's a lot more that it can be used for, and we look forward to hearing from you again sometime in the near future. That's it for now, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Cheers for now.